Hello, welcome to Tuesday. As you can hear, I'm a little nasally. Yeah, that clip right there, I just vlogged for like, I don't know, a minute with the front camera on because I left it on from last night. Because honestly, a lot of times when I vlog with my phone now, I don't even like pay attention. I swipe and then immediately flip the phone over because 99% of the time it's on the reverse camera. So anyway, Bryce thought I should leave that in and make a joke of myself, so I did. Where was I? As you can tell, I'm a little nasally. Like I said last night, I had the sniffles, runny nose yesterday. I feel fine. I'm wondering. I was telling Tiffany, I wonder if it just has something to do with being in my room and like all the dust, like moving things around. I did clean dust my office, so maybe I got too much dust in my nose, and plus it's been windy too. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really have too bad of allergies, but I do get sinus issues when certain elements are in the air. Got the vlog up, did some things on YouTube, new playlists, and move some stuff around, and just make some tweaks. But now it's time to get dressed. I got to print some price sheets up, and a couple of things I got to do on the computer before I head out. We're gonna drop off a few restaurants that I had in mind here in the West Valley, and then stop at Staples to grab some office supplies for the warehouse. It's tax time and it's the new year, so time to grab all of 2023's documents, file them, put them in boxes, and clean out the file cabinet. So I'm gonna pick those up today, drop them off at the office, and we'll go from there. Just a boy and his dog. All right, so I'm getting ready to head out on the road, printing my price sheets up and everything, and for whatever reason I'm having an issue with my printer. I think I shut down my PC too soon. I wasn't even thinking. I like hit print on everything, and it was like warming up the printer and doing it, so like getting warmed up, and I just shut down my PCs and then walked away, and then I heard it stop, and I was like, you idiot, gotta wait till it sends it. So I'm rebooting the printer now because now the PC can't talk to it, so whatever. While I'm doing that though, I grabbed my plants, my three newest ones, and put them over here by the window. And immediately had this thought of like, it's cool to have a plant stand and everything, but I feel like the beauty of the plant is lost being pushed up against the wall, because I put them over here in front of the window, and immediately like there's depth and you see the plants, and I'm just like. So here's the three plants I was talking about, right? There's my three newest ones, our lily. I forget what that one's called. I think it's a golden pothos. I have to double check that. I need to remember that. And then there's the money tree we just buy yesterday. We haven't potted them yet. They're just sitting in the pots for now. But I just want to put them in front of the window to get some sunshine while I'm gone. And like I said, just having them sitting here, and even like they're nothing special. They're just sitting here, right? But they just look better. Like that's the house plants I'm used to seeing and loving, and just like, that's a picture perfect moment, And even there, like I kill the lights and just like, I love that right there. That right there is just like, that's it. So now I'm like, so okay, this is cool and all, right? Like definitely put some plants in there. But then, like I said, I could put more non-plant based things in there, right? Kind of use it as my shelf for whatever. But then I'm like, okay, well then where am I gonna put my plants? Like if I want plants, where am I gonna put them? And I don't know. Like I said, there's some other plant stands that I can definitely get. Anyway, I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I just had that thought when I moved them. Even if I put a bunch of plants here, I almost feel like it needs more light. I need to be able to see them. So I don't know. Just something I'm thinking about as I'm kind of moving things around, seeing things. Like I moved those house plants and immediately fell in love with them all over again. And I'm like, I need to recreate that moment every single day I walk in here. Basically, I'm just undecided. I don't know what I want. That's ultimately the problem. I have a hard time making decisions when it comes to somewhat permanent, right? Like obviously nothing's permanent. I've already changed my office around multiple times, but it's I don't know what I want, so therefore I'm not like, that's what we're doing, do it, and then I do it. It's like as I start doing it, I start second guessing myself. I start thinking of other ideas, new things pop in my head. And so like, that's why it's a constant battle of like, what should I do here? What should I do there? I was gonna do this, but now I'm thinking about doing this. Like, that's why it's a constant thing. One thing I do need to do, and I just thought of this while I was in the bathroom, is I need to do some research on like decorating your office with houseplants or houseplant displays for offices or something like that. Like I actually need to look at some like interior decorating, which I follow and I constantly engage with like houseplant people on like Instagram and Threads and whatnot. I just need to like do some actual searches and like pull some up like and see some cool like office settings, office setups with houseplants. Because I think if I see some things, get some ideas, I'm like, ooh, I like that, and then go in that direction. I've got 3 windows in my room, so I've got a lot of options, but then I also have my stream setup and my PCs, and so there's some limitations there, but I think I got some flexibility. I have more flexibility than I realized, so yeah. Anyway, I gotta wrap this up. I gotta get out of the house and get on the road. First stop, Staples. Need some office supplies. It's the end of the year. You gotta file some, all the 2023 stuff. So banker boxes, envelopes, manila folders for the new stuff in 2024. I need some tape and some notepads for when I'm on the go. Well, a fantastic turn of events. I ended up meeting up a mutual friend of mine and my brother's best friend, really, who works for another company that we work with, who's a sales rep. And we've been talking for months. I text him and call him and ask him questions like, hey, how do you handle this situation? Or how would you do this? Or when you're doing X, how do you approach it? That kind of thing. And he called me and he's like, hey, what are you doing right now? I said, I'm on my side of town, but I'm heading towards the warehouse doing, sales and whatnot. And he goes, you want to go out with me? I got some drop-offs and some customer, he's meeting basically existing customers, but or people that he's trying to get, like he's already had a relationship with, conversations with, dropping off samples. And I said, okay, sure. So I met at the warehouse, hopped in his car, and basically drove around with him for like majority of the day. And I learned a lot. I'll admit, he's Hispanic. He speaks fluent Spanish, and so most of the customers we went and visited were Spanish-speaking customers. So I wasn't privy to the conversation, but at least it gave me some just to watch him do his thing. But more importantly, just the time in the car, asking him questions and how do you do this? How do you do that? How does your company handle X, Y, and Z? So it's very insightful. Next week, I think I'm going to go with him again. And this time it's going to be cold call, like walking into new restaurants. So I'm very much looking forward to that. All right, back home. Did a little bit of work, put some orders in. Tiff came home, Bryce came home, caught up with Bryce real quick. And then Tiff and I just did a quick walk. It's cold, so we were kind of like speed walking, getting our steps in. Came back home, had a quick conversation with my brother, caught up on the day, let him know what the day looked like and the highs and lows of the day, that sort of thing. And then we're back, get ready to make dinner. We're gonna do some carne asada on the Blackstone. So I got the Blackstone out and it's warming up. It's smelling good. It's I guess technically Taco Tuesday. We got tortillas, we got all the veg. We got 2 different kinds of carne asada. One's a hatch green chili, the other one's just a traditional. And Tiff made, is this quinoa? Quinoa, like black bean rice, yeah. Trying to come up with names. Nom nom nom. There we go. Taco Tuesday. Sorry for the uneventful day. In the car with somebody talking work the whole time. Didn't really get much to vlog, and then when I got home, it was focused on dinner and just hustling, and I didn't really vlog much of that either. So it happens sometimes. Anyway, tomorrow is another Wickenburg day. We're just doing Wickenburg tomorrow. No Siloam, no big long. Just going to Wickenburg, do Wickenburg, and come back. So back on the road tomorrow. We'll see you then.